Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're all having a good day. Right, Operation Let's Bring Harry Back In from the Cold. I'm sure you've all seen the articles. If you haven't, there is a link to a particular one in the description. I saw this one come out last night. Right, I have thoughts on this. And I don't think it's Harry who's leaked this. Let's start there. So in case you haven't heard about it, the article that I've got here is actually from something called influencemagazine.uk. Influence, eh? Right, so let's go through this together because I've got my suspicions about this. Prince Harry planning comeback takes advice from ex-royal allies. Prince Harry is reportedly penning a new plan for his comeback from self-imposed exile by getting advice from former royal advisors. The Duke of Sussex is said to be looking away from Hollywood publicists and turning to trusted allies closer to home in an attempt to repair his public image after a run of setbacks and PR gaffes. Right. Now, I believe, and this is just my suspicion, as you know, this is not fact. I think that him and Meghan have been split up for ages and they get together for a bit of PR. And I don't think she knew anything about him going back. He apparently flew back Tuesday. I think that was the 27th. And it was a memorial service. The funeral had happened. Because one of you guys, I can't remember, I think your name's Carrie Beth, had said, think about it, guys. No one else has picked up on this, and she's right. Harry's been told he's got to give 28 days notice. Now, I haven't worked out the dates to see when Lord Fellows died, and I don't know how much notice he would have had about the memorial service. I don't think it was advertised, or, you know, like in church bands or whatever it is that they say. He definitely was there, because a lot of you were suspicious, and I don't blame you one bit, because, you know, I don't know what to believe these days with these two. But yeah, he was there. Now, there are a few things we know for certain about Harry and his character. He hates the press. He hates the press. I think we all know that. I think it's kind of beyond dispute. He hates the press. He's been trying to get to the bottom of leaks for the last 4 years, and I think he's just worked out where they've been coming from. I mean, oh God. Now, and also, if this were to be true, that Harry's contacting, and I think he probably is contacting old mates and palace contacts, but the last thing he'd do is leak it to the press. I mean, who would? Even Dumbo, Windsor, is not that Dumbo to think, well, I'm going to let the royal family know all about my plan to come back. So I'm thinking it sounds more like an act of sabotage. Now, who could possibly try and sabotage Harry returning to his family, the royal family? Who could that be? I can't think. I just can't think of anybody. Well, it wouldn't be the trusted friends and palace aides, would it? They say they've received WhatsApps from Harry in recent weeks and months, sort of trying to lay the groundwork for making friends again. Well, trusted friends and palace aides. No, I don't think it's going to be them, and I don't think it's going to be Harry, and I doubt if William even knew about this. I mean, maybe he did, but he just doesn't care. The man has got enough on his plate. He doesn't give a toss about this, I'm sure. Certainly not enough to leak it to influencermagazine.com. influencermagazine.com. Oh well, let's go with it in the spirit. And it is a mystery to me who could possibly have leaked this information. At 39, it would appear that Prince Harry is reassessing his strategy, certainly in the face of the lessening popularity he and Meghan Markle have enjoyed of late. If anything, the release of his memoir, Spare, in January, who cares about Spare? Sources close to the Duke. Oh, so this is Harry that's leaked it. That's what this article is saying, isn't it? Sources close to the Duke describe how he is now trying to salvage his reputation by reaching out to people who know the inner workings of the royal family inside and out and can provide him with counsel that is discreet and loyal. This change of approach has given added impetus after several key members of his and Meghan's staff lost in recent months. And they go on about that Josh Kettler. Despite all of that, sources close to the prince, again, oh, this is implying it's Harry, isn't it? Which I find this as easy to believe as Harry just got his degree. He got a degree in, I don't know, nuclear physicist. Bollocks. Does this come from Harry? I'm just not believing it at all, that this has come from Harry. I'm just scratching my head as to who on earth, what kind of a shit stirrer would say this sort of thing? Who could be close to Harry-ish, or used to be, who might want to shit stir? Oh, well, let's carry on. Despite all of that, sources close to the prince said Harry was not looking at a permanent return to royal duties. Well, so it's a half in, half out. Who was it who wanted a half in, half out, really? I mean, come on. Was it Harry or was it somebody else? I'm thinking it wasn't really Harry's idea because, for one thing, Harry doesn't have ideas or thoughts very often. There was even the possibility that he wanted to extend an olive branch. Oh, we've got an olive branch in this. Who could this possibly be? To the royal family in the future. Oh, not now, in the future. Perhaps taking on some low-key engagement. Oh, sorry, I keep slipping into character. Oh, there's a quote. One source close to Harry said a friend of the prince's felt he could quietly start coming back to the UK without a fanfare. I'm sure I have no idea who could be behind this bullshit. This new scheme, which some wags have dubbed Operation Bring Harry Back In from the Cold, seems to be taking real flight for the first time among Harry's inner circle. Really? Well, is that one of his inner circle? What inner circle? He dumped the inner circle years ago. But this plan seems to be taking flight. Like, finally, success! One of those former private secretaries, Edward Lane Fox, thinks that anyone who could actually deliver Harry's homecoming would be someone with experience and loyalty like the old royal retainers. But there's still one big hitch, the strained relationship between Prince Harry and his brother, Prince William. In July, the two brothers attended Lord Fellows, we know all about that, and then on about Spare, we know all about that. Whether the reconciliation with old allies and an overall more subdued approach is enough to get him what he desires remains to be seen. Sorry, I don't know why someone keeps popping into my head throughout this article. But one thing is for sure, the Duke of Sussex means business. He means business! Finding his way back into the fold and healing his fractured relationship not only with his royal family, not the royal family, but also with the British public. Well, I guess that would be you, me, and all us other racists, unconscious biases people. That would be us. And I think he's probably got his work cut out for him. So, this, I think, is supposed to give the impression to those in the know, most likely Prince William, that this is supposed to put a spanner in the works and to make it look like Harry has been sent on a mission to get back in with the fold, get some money, maybe some hidden cameras for the next Netflix. And I don't think Harry is doing that at all. I am not defending him, okay? Little Burke. He's Windsor, if you're watching this, you are really, it has taken you this many years to work it out? No. He managed to get back from Tuesday. I believe the memorial service was on Thursday or Friday. Well, that's a substantial amount of time he managed to keep that under his hat. When it was leaked, I suppose Harry might blame William. And I don't believe William would have leaked it. There was no contact. Apparently there was a bit of a not a drinks party, but not a wake. I think a reception they call it, afterwards. And both brothers apparently did go to that. And people said they didn't go near either. And some people said William didn't even look at him in the church, but Harry did glance over to see if catch William's eye. William's not good. Don't worry about that. William's not. He's far from stupid. So, that's my thoughts on that. I think there's a shit stirrer supreme at large, and I think there are going to be more puff pieces, and I think we all need to be more cautious than ever believing anything. Now, Charles Spencer, Earl Spencer, let's talk about that, because a lot of you do reference that before Diana died, she had asked if she could return to Althorpe Estate, the family home, and that Charles Spencer had said no because she came with too much publicity. Well, number one, Harry's never going to carry the publicity his mother did. I remember it back in the day. I mean, I know she was calling the press, but there were other occasions she couldn't fart without the press being there. More paparazzi, not exactly press, it was paparazzi. Photographers, not actual journalists so much. But then Earl Spencer gave the scathing, can't think of the word at the funeral, eulogy, is it? And a lot of water has passed under the bridge since then. I understand Earl Spencer's been divorced a few times, but no, he would. If Harry wanted somewhere to stay, trust me, Charles Spencer will let him be on the Althorpe. Number one, he must be guilt-ridden if it's true that he refused his sister. If it's true, because, you know, we never know for sure, and families can be complicated. But let's say he did refuse Diana a haven, and he must be guilt-ridden and think, well, if I'd done that, then maybe she'd be alive today, blah, blah, blah. Which, you know, it's not his fault. It's not his fault what happened. So now, of course, I believe he'd go, well, yeah. Also, there might be just a smidgen of him in there, you know, wanting to stick it to the Windsors. I don't know what the blood's like between the Spencers and the Windsors these days. And I do believe we're going down that road. But this, to me, is a surprising development. This is like, you little bastard, you went to the UK and did what? I'm going to fuck you right up. If you'll pardon my French. Or my mimicking of Meghan's French. Right, now I'm going to show you something. Because I've only come in for a break. I am working on the boat. I'm working on the pelmet. And I'll show you this. I've been sanding this for like 100 years. And then oiling it with linseed oil. And I think I'm winning. I think I am. This pelmet, it runs around the front of the boat. It's actually broken. Always was when we bought the boat. And I think that's come up, you know, really quite well. So that's what I'm working on today. But then obviously in the evenings I have a quick peek at Windsor and what he's up to. Because, you know, out of curiosity. And obviously keep an eye on whatever Meghan's up to. Interesting puff piece, isn't it? Interesting development. And then I saw the Daily Mail had gone with the same story, and other mainstream UK publications had gone with the same story. And I'd sort of got the impression in the comments of the Daily Mail that a lot of people had fallen for it and thought that it was actually Harry that put that out. Why would he shoot himself in the foot? He's a Windsor. Thick as he is, he's a Windsor. He's probably more fussed about privacy than the rest of them. Why in the hell would he release his master plan? It's like saying, right, we're going to rob the Bank of England. Let's call the PR. We want this advertised all over the newspapers. The time we're going to do it, how we're going to do it, and take pictures of the tunnel that we've burrowed under Threadneedle Street. And we'll take pictures of the gold, and we'll take pictures of the vehicles that we're going to use to steal the gold. Well, even Windsor isn't that fucking stupid, is he? But, well, let's see if a big wooden spoon and a shit stirrer supreme comes out with more stuff. I'm guessing yes. As always, in the meantime, I really look forward to hearing your thoughts and opinions and theories in the comments below. Thank you very much for listening.